Alrighty guys, so how much going today? So you can see we're on the GoPro. Well, the reason why we're on the GoPro is because the phone's just busy downloading a video. Problem being is I got a video on there for a subscriber of mine, and I actually ran out of, I guess, data usage or whatever on my phone, so now my internet or my whatever you want to call it is, well, the phone's uploading the video very slowly. It takes about 3 to 4 hours to move one video. I'm just going to turn the fan on to get this hot air moving a little bit. So it's hot in the shop. Whew. That's why I wish the shop had some windows. I just would have left some windows open, but the one window I got is the door, and then I got the fan that I can run. So yeah, so Double Strike. It's for Double Strike. If you watch this video, your video is coming. It's probably going to be. If I could get that last clip uploaded today, I could edit it and have it up tomorrow for you. But this video is going to be for today, because this is going to be a quick video, because it's just another little ranting video. But I'm just going to keep it kind of short as I possibly can. But for Double Strike, let you know your video is coming. Your video would have been here a few days earlier, but the video was like an hour long, and I didn't want to do a 1 hour video. So yeah, so I went and redid it and found out that my phone didn't have any data left on it, you know. So I'm over my limit, so now it's going to be super slow. But it'll come like in a day or two. If I could edit it tonight, then that'd be good, but it is what it is. So yeah, so that'll be coming. I mowed my lawn not too long ago, and I think it almost needs it again. Of course, I'm cutting a little bit higher. You can see they mowed this yard not too long ago, and obviously you can see the difference that they're cutting theirs a lot shorter than mine. But they don't want to have to mow it every few days either. They rather let it go for a good week or something, you know. I just mowed probably a few days ago or something. I don't have to check the John Deere app again. But it just looks really bad because of the stupid dandelions. That's the number one thing that pisses me off is the dandelions. That makes the yard look even more uglier than it needs to be. But Leave Be Gone don't work for me. I got to get the Roundup stuff, so give that a try. So, but yeah, so this ranting video is going to be about wolves. Okay, now why are we going to talk about wolves? Well, we have a wolf issue here in my county, and what's going on is that there are other farmers in my county that raise cattle. Obviously, it's just not us. There's quite a few other ones around here too. Well, the problem is that when people turn their calves out to the pastures or to the, you know, where they let their cows roam for the summer months, they are at risk of being killed by wolves, especially calves. And the last 2 years, I believe, last year, and I guess it's happening again this year, farmers are turning their calves out to the pastures, of course with the mothers. They don't ever go, you know, they're not ever separated. Well, they're separated when they get shipped at the end of the year. That's about it. But for most of the summer, they usually stay with the mothers anyway. You know, for a little while anyway, but that's what we do. But what's going on is that there's another farmer, you know, down south or whatever of us, that does, you know, he's got cattle and calves, and the wolves are killing his calves because the calves, you know, for a long time they're pretty small. You know, they only weigh about 120 pounds. So I think my bull weighs over that now because he's much bigger now. But we don't have quite that bad of a wolf issue as these people do. We do have some wolves. I can hear them howling, or making noise or whatever, at night. But they usually stay. They don't come into town. Some might, but it's really rare that ever happens. It's mostly deer that come into town. So what's going on is that farmers are losing cows. They're losing their calves and they're losing profit, and they're getting kind of pissed off about it. And I know that the sheriff, the sheriff department for our county, they're on Facebook, so I follow them on Facebook, because you get some useful news. But they were talking with the farmer. They videotaped it. They put it on Facebook, and I might even post it in this video. It depends. It depends how I feel. But from what I can understand from the video, anyway, the sheriffs can't really do anything legally to catch these wolves and get rid of them, whatever it may be. Obviously, because they're the sheriff, they're the cops, they do have to do things by the book, which is understandable. But as a farmer that owns that land and has cattle of his own, we should not have to follow rules. If our property and our animals are being threatened, we should have the right to kill them, and we do have the right to do that. So, really, what the point, why they made this video, I don't know. If maybe they're trying to get it out. They're maybe trying to get the word out a little bit, so maybe the government sees it. I'm not 100% sure, because I don't know what the government is doing. I don't know if these things are on like a protection list or something where you can't, like the bald eagles. It's illegal to shoot bald eagles. You shouldn't shoot them anyway. But I don't know about the wolves. I think the wolves might be on that too. But here's the thing. When you have wolves by the dozens attacking cattle and we're not allowed to do anything about it, that's kind of stupid. Okay? Because even the sheriff said, if I heard him correctly, that they physically, legally can't do anything unless they see a dead calf on that guy's property. What ended up happening was that the wolves, I guess, dragged off one of his calves, and he couldn't find it. He said that he spent 3 hours that morning looking for them, for all his calves, because he was missing one or two, or however many he was missing, and he couldn't find them. They couldn't find blood tracks anywhere, which is kind of weird. They couldn't find blood anywhere. They did find footprints in the mud of wolves being on his property. That's more than enough evidence for me to say, hey, I'm going to shoot these damn pricky bastards, because you know what? They will kill. And another thing is that a neighbor of this farmer has gaming cameras up in his land, and all he sees on those cameras are wolves by the dozens. Okay, here's the thing. I don't care if these frickin' animals are on a protection list or whatever the hell the case may be with these damn little bastards. As a farmer, if I seen something killing my cows, I'm going out there with my 12 gauge. I don't care about state laws. I don't care about government laws. I will protect my land and I will protect my animals. I have the right to do so. I don't care if these things are on some kind of a special list or that they can't be touched. They are threatening my livestock and my income. My cows are my income. And then there's, I think even, was it last year, a farmer, it might have been even that same farmer, not 100% sure, but he had lost over 100 calves in just that 1 year. Okay, and he priced it out, and the way it sounded, for the amount of cows that he lost, that he lost about $100,000 worth of calves, or cows, either however they look at it, I guess. That's a lot of fucking money to be losing, and yet the government's not willing to do anything unless there's proof. You know, there's plenty. I mean, I suppose, you know, yeah, a farmer could fake it and be like, yeah, you know, I'm missing a calf. Maybe I can get away with it and get some money from the government. But, you know, I don't think a farmer's going to do that. You know, because why? Farmers usually, I don't think, really like the government that much to begin with, so they would rather not have nothing to do with them. You know, that's why you're self-employed. You don't work for the government, you work for yourself. You know, some are born into it and some start in it, you know. So, you know, it's just, you're basically living off the land a little bit too. So, point being is, what this farmer should have done, instead of calling the sheriff, wasting the sheriff's time, and apparently the sheriffs and the cops even brought out their four-wheelers, and they went and drove all over that guy's property. They went all over the place. They could not find a trace of blood. They could not find the dead calf anywhere, which is kind of weird. And the farmer thinks that the wolves just, you know, they dragged them off. Well, you would think somewhere, somebody would see a dead calf chewed up. Somewhere. But maybe there's just some areas of the land that farmers own that they don't ever touch because they just don't need to, right? If I had farmers next to me and they were raising cattle and stuff, and they didn't find any calves on their land, I think I would go walk around my land and see if maybe I have a dead calf laying somewhere, you know, to help the guy out, because that's just complete bullshit. To lose that amount of money, and then the government really can't do anything without any real solid evidence. I understand that they want solid evidence, but why cannot the farmer should just not waste anybody's time? Go out there and either put some gaming cameras up to maybe figure out like kind of what time they come around, which is probably after dark, you know, obviously, but so then that way you can kind of maybe get a glimpse of their schedule. And then when it's close to their time of wanting to come out to kill your cows, you can be there with a shotgun. Okay? If you guys ever watch on TV Alaska, the last Frontier, or whatever it's called, you know, those people, they raise cattle. Now, yes, they put their cattle out in the middle of nowhere. They don't even have any fenced-off areas, really. But what do? When their calves or cows are being threatened by wolves or bears, they shoot them. They don't go to the cops. They don't go to the government. Whatever. You shoot the damn bastards. That's what you do. So, I'm saying that farmers around here, if you have cattle and you got wolves or even bears, whatever, you got something killing your cows, it's time to pull out your 12 gauge and start doing some serious hunting, because as a farmer, you own land. You have the right to protect that land and any animals on it that are yours. We don't raise cattle for the wolves to eat. We raise it to feed our, humans, ourselves, and to make money. That's their living. So I'm just saying that to all the farmers out there, I don't care if you live here in Minnesota or North Dakota or Hawaii. I don't give a shit where the hell you live at. You got wolf problems, don't even bother going to the cops. Don't bother listening to the state laws or government laws, whatever. Shoot them. Shoot them. Because they are threatening you, they are threatening your livestock, and they're basically trespassing on your property and putting your property at risk too. So, I'd shoot them. And I will shoot them. And I'm not going to call the cops and say, hey, I shot a wolf because, it's killing my cow. I ain't doing it. So it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of the damn cops' time. Cops have better things to do than come to somebody's property over a dead wolf that killed the cow. You know, it comes with the territory. You get into the cattle business, you are going to have wildlife that will threaten your livestock, and you have to be the one to say, I'm not going to allow this. So that's just it. If I got a wolf threatening my cow, or even my uncle's cows, whatever it may be, I will be going over there with a damn shotgun, and I will blow that fucking thing away. I'm not going to call the government. I don't give a shit. I'm not doing it. I don't care if these things are on a protected list. They don't need to be. We don't need them. They are a nuisance. You know, fuck them. We don't need government laws anyway, because they're stupid. 99% of these laws are stupid. They're a waste of time. It's a waste of time. That's all I'm saying. It's a waste of time. If you live in America, you have the right to protect yourself, your family members, and your property, and everything on your property. If if I'm standing here right now making a YouTube video, okay, this is my property right here. Okay, I own quite a bit of property, but let's say there was a wolf coming over to this neighbor's property. Okay, well, I legally can't do anything because it's not my property. But if that wolf was to cross the road, come into my property, and then come into my shop and try to kill me, and I happen to have my pistol on me, I'm going to shoot the damn bastard. Okay? I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to put my whole freaking clip into him. I don't care if the cops do call. I'm going to say, well, he threatened my life, and he threatened my property. He trespassed on my property. I'm going to shoot him. I will put the bastard down. That's what's going to happen. Okay? Again, the same thing. If this was a farm, I had cattle on here, I seen a wolf coming across, you know, like let's say mine was the farm, that neighbor's yard there was farm, and there's a wolf coming over. He's going to come try to steal one of my calves. As soon as he crosses that road and comes into my land and tries to go after one of my calves, I'm putting a slug in the fucking bastard. Because once they get a taste for cattle, they're coming back for more. They're definitely coming back for more. It's the same way with bears. If bears get a taste for cattle and they get away with it, they're coming back for more. You know. So the bottom line is that you as the farmer have to control that population and control what happens on your land. If the government don't like it, well, the government can suck a fat ass, because I'm not going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in calf over a stupid law that they made up. So what if their population is dying off, whatever the freaking case may be? If you're so damn worried about it, then take 3 or 4 of them damn bastards, put them in a zoo, populate them in the damn zoo, and keep them in the zoo, and the rest of them that are free in America, blow their brains out. Especially if they're threatening livestock and people. If they're in a forest where there is no animals, no people, you know, like forests, you know, okay, well fine, maybe leave them there. But when they're threatening livestock and people and their property, that's where the line should be drawn, and that's where homeowners should be allowed to shoot them. So like I said, if I'm standing here right now, there's a wolf coming from the neighbor's yard, he crosses that road, and he's growling at me and charging me, I'm going to put a slug in him. I don't care. If I don't have a slug, at least I have something. I always carry a little something with me. Right here. Okay? I'll just keep freaking jabbing the bastard until he dies. Okay? I understand that cows can't really have a weapon. They can defend themselves, but it's kind of piss poor, you know, protection. They do what they can to protect their calves, you know, but they can't operate a gun. They can't operate a knife, you know. Yeah, they could operate their head, you know, because they can ram really good, but it's not going to kill them. The only way the cows would ever be able to kill a wolf is they stomp it to death. And I pray to God those cows do that. But the problem is that sometimes calves will kind of walk away from their mother, and the mother doesn't see him, and the wolf sees that. The wolf's going to go straight for that calf, and then the mother's going to start bawling, looking for its calf, and it doesn't show up. You know, I don't care if you lose 1 cow or 100 cows. It's money down the drain. I lost a bull last year. Now it didn't die. Nothing killed it. It just got outside and it died because of the cold. Well, that was just, you know, I guess human mistake there. But it's the point that I lost out on $600 from a bull. That's how much these bulls are worth, because these are Angus, you know, bulls. So they bring in a pretty penny. So I lost out my first year having a bull, and that hurt. That hurt my bottom line. Now this year, I still have my bull. I changed things up a little bit to help that problem. I still need to do some more changing yet, but that's going to cost more money. So, but you know, it doesn't matter if you lose 1 bull or 1 heifer or 100 bulls or 100 heifers. If your cow or cows gets killed by a wolf, you have the right to go out there and blow that wolf's brains out. Especially if you're there and you see him either running away from the cows, or you actually physically see him still eating it. You should be pulling out your Winchester and start blowing the fucker away. You know, fuck the government laws, fuck the cops, you know, fuck them. Your land, you have the final say so on what the hell happens on your property. You know, it's bullshit. The government doesn't even know what cattlemen go through, because they're not out in the field like we are. They're only going off information that we tell them. Until they're actually physically out in the field, seeing this, feeding cattle in the wintertime, all this bullshit, they need to stay the hell out of it. Because they don't know the stress that we go through worrying about our cows being killed by wolves or anything else, or bears even. You know. So by protecting them, sure, okay, yeah, maybe you're doing something good for the environment, but think about what you're doing to the farmers, especially when the population is out of control. We don't need all these freaking wolves here. We don't need them. Actually, we need none, period. Take all the wolves, trap them, take them to another country, or take them to a forest area. You know, take them to the mountains where they fucking belong. They don't belong where farmers have cattle. You know, and if there's going to be farmers around those areas, farmers have the right to kill them if they are threatening their cows. You know, I don't know why this farmer wasted his time calling the sheriff, because the sheriff can't do anything unless they see a dead body, you know, and then they have to call in just whatever the fuck they are to legally trap them or whatever the hell it is. Why trap them and move them to another location? Just shoot the damn bastard. If you move him to another fucking location, all he's going to do is just go breed, bring more fucking wolves into the area, or move on to another farm and cause an ass ache for another farmer that has cattle or chickens or whatever kind of business they're in. You know? I mean, come on, farmers. If there are any farmers around here and on the North Dakota side that live in the middle of nowhere, you could get away with so much fucking shit that nobody would ever even know about it. Seriously. Why would you waste your time calling the cops? Just go out there with a shotgun, camp out there, you know, if you have to, and shoot them. You know? Just fucking shoot them. Shoot them and throw their body in the woods, or bury them, or burn them, or throw them in a pond that's not being used for anything. Fuck it. Absolutely just fuck the laws. That farmer that called the sheriff, was that bullshit was just a waste of time. Waste of time for the sheriff. Waste of time for the farmer. The farmer had better things to do than go look around, try to help find a dead fucking calf. You know, he's got better things to do. And then to sit there and listen to this bullshit story that he legally can't do anything or whatever the hell it may be. Screw it. You know. Okay, so yeah, so the cops can't legally do anything, but you can. You have legal right to kill animals that are threatening your livestock. You know? That's just the way it's going to be. Okay, so yeah. So that's just what needs to happen. I think I think it's just time that farmers you stop going to the cops and wasting time with the government bullshit and the laws and whatever the case may be. Just start doing the shit yourself. Now I understand, you know, it's gonna be hard to, you know, to hunt wolves. Well, if people can hunt deers, you can hunt wolves too. You know. So, because if I lost out on a bull, you know, one, obviously I'm not going to be the happiest person in the world. Obviously, just like that farmer was, he wasn't very, very happy, which is understandable. I'd be pretty damn pissed too. But he should have went out there with a shotgun. You know, put up a tree stand or a hunting stand, whatever, and I understand that cattle move, but you know, fuck it. Get a sniper rifle with a night scope on it. Sit out there all fucking night. Hire somebody to sit out there all night, then whatever, and shoot them. Especially if you see them threatening your livestock. You know, it's just something needs to change about that. We should not have to call the government or the cops, whatever, get them involved, because they got bigger fish to fry. You know, just like we do. We have better things to do than sit here and talk about it. You know. I don't know what else to say. I think it's just bullshit. So, I mean, maybe the purpose of this video, like I said, was maybe just to kind of get it out there. So maybe the government would see it or something. I don't really know. But they don't give a shit. You know, they want you to do every single little detail by the book, or you're going to get fined for it. Well, how about go fuck yourself? Get the hell out of this country, because we don't need the likes of you people around here. And we should have the right to defend our property at any cost. You know, we have the right to do that. Just like if a burglar breaks into your house and he has a gun and he comes after you, or he starts raising that gun at you, and you already have your drawn. Do you seriously think I'm just going to sit there and let him shoot at me? Fuck it, I'm going to shoot first. I'm going to put a fucking slug right between his eyes. You know, it's self-defense, and it's defending your property and your house. We have those same rights when it comes to cattle and our property. You know, that's just my 2 thoughts on it. I don't know what you guys think about it, but that's just what I'm saying. To all the farmers out there, just start taking these kind of things into your own hands. Keep the cops out of it, because the cops, they legally can't do anything, you know, because they need proof. Well, even if you did have proof, is the government still going to do anything about it? You know, they have to call a certain somebody to trap them. How about I just go trap them myself and then I shoot them? That's a better idea yet. Go buy your own big, large fucking traps, or home make some, you know, however you think you can go about it. Put them out there. Make sure the calves can't get in them. Just make it so it's for calves or for wolves. And there you go. Let them walk in there. They'll trip it and they'll stay in there. You know, and then if they're in there in your homemade trap, fucking shoot them. Or run them over with a truck. Break their neck. Slice their throat. Whatever the case may be. Kill the frickin' thing. It's not needed if it's trying to kill your income. You're gonna kill my income, I'm gonna kill you. How's that sound? You know? That's just the way it is. If you're a threat to my cattle, I'm gonna put you down. Because then you're costing me money. You know? So then it's an unlikely situation that you're gonna get your money back from the government. You know, yeah, I doubt it. So, like I said, I'll try to post that video at the end if I remember. You tell me what you think. But from what I can understand from the video, it just sounds like a bunch of bullshit, and it's just excuses after excuses. The farmer's too lazy to get out and do his job. Well, I understand that you got a lot to do, but you may want to think about changing that up. You either need to get a family member involved that's not farming or really doing anything. Get them, if they're hunters, get them out there and hunt. Let them hunt at night, or make some homemade live traps and live trap them, and then you can destroy them in the morning. Then whenever you find them, or just go drive out there once in a while on your pickup late at night with a night scope on your rifle, hanging out the window. You see a wolf walking across your property, and it looks like it's going for a calf. Put a slug in him. You know. So, even if you do injure it, like let's say you shoot it in the leg, well, there's probably a pretty good chance it's just going to bleed out. So that's a good thing too, because you killed it anyway. Even if you didn't hit it in the heart or the head, as long as it bleeds out, and it's still going to die. So that's the main thing. The main thing is that it is dead. It's dead. So, but yeah, that's just my little rant. Double striker video will be coming up soon. It's just my phone's been really slow. So yeah, but I'll get it up pretty quick here. Probably should be up tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get it edited tonight and whatnot. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. So let me know what you think. Put in the comments what you would do in that situation. Let me know what you would do. Would you just let them kill your calf, or would you call the cops, or would you shoot them? I want to hear your guys' input on it. For me, I'd just shoot them. Fuck the laws. I don't care. No one around here is ever gonna. Cops around here, government, they're never gonna know. Just saying. You know, now if he lives in a city, then that would be an issue. You might want to call your cops then. But if you live out in the boonies, fuck it. You know, I've seen farmers walk around with 12 gauge hanging on their damn back. There's a farmer on YouTube that I follow. He has, I think it's a gopher issue. I'm not 100% sure, but they're kind of small animals. I think we have that issue on our dike, but he's got that issue in his fields. He carries a little pistol with him, especially when they start getting really bad. He carries a little pistol, and if he sees him out, he'll stop doing whatever he's doing and he'll shoot him. That's what farmers need to start doing. They need to start carrying firearms with them. That's why I want to get my gun license and get a gun, you know. So, one, it's protection for myself, and two, I can protect my farm if I need to, or even my house, you know. If I should get a wolf issue here in town, you know, then there you go. Because I don't put up with that shit likely, you know. You're not going to get away with that crap here. So, yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to take off, so let me know what you would do in that situation. I just want to hear your guys' 2 cents on that. This is my 2 cents. So, yeah. Take it as you would like. So, alright guys, I'm going to take off, so I guess I have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Okay, so Matt, you had reason to call us today. You got a problem going on out here on your cattle farm. What's going on?
I hauled 15 pairs out here yesterday, and I come out here this morning to check on them, and I always count the calves first. I counted 14, I went up and down. I looked constantly. I looked for 3 hours this morning.
Okay, so then you called us up. We came out with our ATVs. We've combed pretty much your entire pasture. There is no sign that calf is just missing.
It's not here.
We can't find a drop of blood. We can't find anything. What do you suspect it is?
I think it's timber wolves.
Okay, and I understand your neighbor to the south of us has got a lot of wolves on camera all winter long?
Yep.
Just a half mile away. Okay, so today now we're looking all over. We can't find a dead calf anywhere. We can't find anything. What do you think happened?
I think they carried it off.
Okay.
I'm guessing it weighed 125 pounds.
Okay, so they carried off the entire calf. Now, with the way the law works, if we can't find a bone or a piece of hide or fresh kill, that means we can't put in a claim to get you paid this year for that calf. You're just out the money. How does that make you feel?
Off, but
Okay, and so now all of a sudden, we can't call the federal trapper. We can't get him out here because we didn't find a dead calf. So we're out. No federal trapper means you got to put up with wolves on your property until you actually do find a dead calf. How many calves do you have out here?
well, there's 14 now.
So one calf is quite a bit of loss for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we've looked all over. We can't find any dead calf, but we did find a track here. Matt, go down here. Right here's the track. Here's the back pad, side, and the front toes. There it is. Here's where his claws went in right there. So we've got a wolf track. You got wolves running around your pasture, but under the current law, we can't get you any money and we can't get you a federal trapper. That's a bunch of baloney. Our federal government, this judge that signed and protected these things, man, what a letdown to our local farmers. We'll be here to help you, but we got to find a calf. Call us next time.
I will.
That's a bad deal.